This is nuts. The action is back with Motoro and the rest, fighting to save Matanui's life. And where are we? Trekking back to our old stomping grounds because some cook with an axe says we should.
Worse than that is what he wants us to do when we get there. How do we know we can trust this Axon character? What if this is all a trick?
It makes no sense to me either. But Axon helped the Matoran and the Toa Inika on that island, and he claims to know the will of Matanui. We will take him at his word, until we have reason to do otherwise.
Right. The great beings know Toa are never deceived.
We're taking a risk, maybe a big one. And if it turns out we've been misled, then we have the power to deal with that. And with Axon, too.
Can we just go to Turagar and ask for what we need? Is his mission so important it must turn us into thieves?
You know what would result, Kali? Endless debate. And in the end, unless we tell them how we know what we know, they will never agree. Makuta bones. We're the ones doing this, and we don't even agree on it.
Enough dark talk. Unless we want the Matoran to hear, we are close enough now.
From Toa to Sneak Thief, in one easy lesson. Maybe when this is over, we should see if the Dark Hunters have any openings.
This way.
There's nothing here. We have been misled. This Axon simply wanted us off Voyanui for his own purposes.
You've grown too used to wearing a mask of vision, brother. You insist on seeing with your eyes. If our information is correct, there is more to this room than is plainly visible. Here, Pohatu. This block of stone requires your attention.
Odd. What do you think it is?
Axon said we would find a vital message. I expected a carving of some sort.
Well, that's dumb. Why use this when there are perfectly good rocks everywhere you look?
We can worry about their choice of stationery later. I am still trying to digest what this says. Is it some kind of monstrous joke?
Do you hear anyone laughing? It says these actions must be taken to wake the Great Spirit, but some of what it asks, how can we be expected to do such things?
No one said being a Toa hero would be a bowl of Beulah berries. Now let's get out of here. It looks like we have a lot of unpleasant work to do.
And now we're just supposed to let them go? Check that list again. Maybe Makuta signed his name at the bottom.
Pohatu's exaggerating, maybe. But Tahu, how can this be the right thing to do?
Axon said everything was not how it seemed. If this will somehow help the Great Spirit to awaken, then we have to do it.
And if it doesn't?
Then we beat the swarms before and we'll beat them again. Now join your powers with mine.
Why have you released us?
Because someone we trust says it is the order of things. The Borok were not meant to be on the island when they were, and so had to be beaten back. But now...
Now the signal will be given. The Borok will be awakened, and they will carry out their task. Do you understand?
We do. The island of Montanui shall be as it was in the time before time.
What have you done? We have to cage those two up again. Now!
I believe I've done what I had to do. I've taken the first step toward the future. No one ever said the trip would be an easy one. Now we're on a deadline. We have to finish our mission before the spring thaw.
2 down, and only 200 to go.
Guess I'm not cut out to be a dark hunter.
Stone as a building material? Really? Some secure fortress this is.
We have no real idea where the staff of Autoka is hidden. We might be searching for days.
The staff is valuable. The Dark Hunters will keep it with their treasures, which means not far from the Shadowed One's throne. We find him, we find the staff.
And find me you have. Did you really think you could enter my fortress without my knowledge? Did you really think you could make it this far unless I wanted you here? Of course, I know Six-Toe Nuva could break out of this trap easily. But I am hoping you will take the time to listen. I have an offer to make, and a secret to share.
Why do the Toa heroes always have to deal with the ever-dark beasties?
Let the locals deal with it. We should focus on the Shadowed One's favor.
That's not an option, brother.
Speak the answer, Vortex, or suffer my fury.
Toa, I don't need your help.
Perhaps not. But we are going to get yours. Your island is being destroyed by the Totorok and the Kanohi dragon, and the Dark Hunters want you dead. Odds are the Brotherhood of Makuta does too, or soon will. Help us, and maybe we can help you.
We want nothing from her. Let her meet the fate she so richly deserves.
How kind of you to think on my behalf, but I'm smart enough to know when I'm in an impossible situation.
This is amazing! My friends, it's over! We are heroes again!
You were always heroes. Now, you just look the part.
A Makuta, named Icarax. He was already there. Stole the staff. He was wearing the Mask of Shadows. And the Brotherhood was his now. That's what he said. And soon, the realm of Karzani will be too.
It sounds like you have urgent matters to do with Toa Nuva. We shall stay and deal with the situation here. We know how to deal with the likes of her.
We need that staff, and we're going to have it. Even if we have to tear it from a Makuta's dead hands. Let's go.
You aren't the Makuta we fought before. Do you just wear the Mask of Shadows to rely on your superior's reputation?
You dare compare me to that ignorant green wisp? I'm so much more than that sham could ever hope to be. All he holds to his name are his elaborate schemes, convoluted taku scratch. But myself, my more direct methods are clearly effective, as you have witnessed.
Witness this.
I'm in shock.
Oh, souvenirs too, Tahu.
Just a little something that doesn't need to get lost again.
So our scenic stop at Kazani was ever happy bride. A flash flood urges us to get back to our true hero mission.
Right! Something to do with our destiny?
We'll split up and cover more ground, but hopefully no covering it with tons of water this time.
What about...
Or any other element.
A Rahi dragon. The beast must have interfered with the Borok's mission and paid the price for it. Amazing! The great telescope is untouched, just as the parchment assured it would be. The red star. I wonder if... There's something alive inside the star.
I thought using rocks to problem solve was Bahatu's thing.
Trust me, I know volcanoes. Bah. On second thought, pressure is something to consider, right?
So, let me get this straight. If that crystal so much as touches the ground, every single Vizirac that lives and breathes is going to rocket towards it?
They don't call it the heart of the Vizirac for nothing. Take care, Toa. The last genius who needed it wasn't so graceful. We're still cleaning out our land for cobwebs in places we didn't even know existed.
No guts, no glory!
Leave it to the tunnel stalker to actually like the creepy crawlies.
You are needed.
You have done well, Toa. You have justified the order of Matanui's faith in you. That is why we have brought you here, to Doxia, to see the fruits of your labors. Matanui suffered much due to the Makuta's treacherous attack. Now it is time to ease that suffering and prepare the way for his return.
What's going on here?
What you see is but a fraction of the power of the staff. Even now its energies are reaching out from Metro Nui to the southern islands, undoing the damage that was done by Matanui's fall. Chasms are sealed, buildings restored to glory, mountains rise, and rivers flow once more. And when your fellow heroes sever the cord that binds Vuya Nui to Mari Nui, it too will be restored to where it belongs, and the hole it made sealed behind it.
That one stick can do all that?
And more. Its only limitation is that it cannot reach into the universe's core and heal the damage there, for the walls of that place are too well shielded. But what it can do, it will do.
What about the island of Mata Nui? Will it repair what the Borak did there?
No, the Baruch did what they were meant to do, even as you have done. And now, Toa Nuya, you have one more task to perform, the most dangerous of them all.
It's time to go. We have a journey to make, and little time in which to make it.
A long journey where? I'm getting a little tired of running around like a hungry stone rat with no idea why.
You are being given a great honor to set foot on the island of Artaka. Once we are there, the Master will speak with you. Or not. Depending on his whim. He may open his fortress for the first time in a millennia and welcome you in. Or he may banish you forever without a second thought.
Sounds like a party. When do we leave?
Leave? Why, you have already arrived. Good fortune to you, Toa. May you live to leave Artaka once more.